We listen, we learn, we connect, where every story matters. Welcome to Beyond Borders with Meera Shankar.
Namaskaram. Welcome back to another episode of BB with Meera Shankar. Here today we are exploring the threads that weave the global Indian diaspora together. Here with Bharat, Bhakta, the Bharatiya Nivas, and here some leaders of GOPIO I am bringing together. So we are honored to be joined Bharat Bhakta, welcome sir, and the visionary leader of Bharatiya Nivas, a place dedicated to the realization of Indian culture and human unity. Alongside him, we welcome the leadership of GOPIO, a global organization of people of Indian origin, an organization that has for decades been the definitive voice for over 30 million Indians living abroad. Together we will discuss heritage, identity and the evolving role of the global Indian upcoming years, especially 2026. Welcome you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. My question is like, if one person, they don't know GOPIO, or what you can tell about like what is GOPIO and who can be a part of a member of GOPIO?
GOPIO does not discriminate who can or cannot. And we want to help open the door for anybody in USA to create so the opportunity beyond the border with the Indian talent and our connections with the 35 countries, including India. So we have a Chamber of Commerce just to look at the possibility for them to be part of it, other than Indian. They need to have something which they will look forward to. That's why we have GOPIO Chamber of Commerce. That is the avenue where we have anybody can participate. Of course, of the Indian origin, we have some additional opportunities and culture and things like that. It's none of us is stronger than all of us. And we want to connect the whole global diaspora so that we become part of the bigger family.
Okay.
Rather than restricted to our own culture, our own language or anything.
Okay. So my question is like, there are a lot of organizations over here around the country or around the world. So what are the differences of other organizations and GOPIO? Like what we can bring to people, the differences of GOPIO and other organizations?
Okay. Lot of organizations here, they do a wonderful job for those residents who are in USA. No question about it.
Yes.
And they have some connections in India also. But GOPIO is the only one. He established a system where we have an annual meeting with the Indian government, federal level, at the state level, and the bigger Chamber of Commerce and the smaller Chamber of Commerce, and all the global diaspora, and also non-profit organization which involve everybody meet in one place. So we have direct link to the Indian government and also various governments because of the influential people become a member of the GOPIO. No other organization has that kind of thing. We don't exclude anybody, but their emphasis from local or some charity to India. But they don't have a direct link to the government level. And we do. Systemically we will do it, and every year we have a meeting with the government and everybody. Like a single window clearances, also OCI card, and a lot of initiatives happen which addresses the problem, and we are also helping India to open the door for a lot of countries to do business other than USA.
So when somebody, let's say like a person here, they are an RI and they having some issue, they need a job or they need some like a help, right? It is not only a job, like they need some help. how can they reach out to GOPIO, and how GOPIO is going to help that particular family or that particular people?
To do that, when I look back, there's no chapter here.
Oh, okay.
So that is the whole purpose of the chapter.
Launching.
Is to establish a chapter here. Then with your help and everybody else, we can see what the things they need. I may not have an answer today or tomorrow, but we can identify the need and look into all the GOPIO resources and get back to them to help them.
So to add to what he has said, see, our culture says Vasudeva Kutumbakam.
Yes.
That means everybody is all under one. Now, having this network in 35 countries, there will be businessmen who needs help from other. Because having a network in 35 countries, no organizations has as of today.
That connection.
Exactly. Tomorrow you need different kind of support. Indian origin children, they send their kids to foreign land for education. So when you have this kind of network, they can reach the business. Recently, Vinod went to Africa. He is establishing the GOPIO center there. He will talk about that. So there are so many things that you can bring in from the business community or any other problems that is happening in the community that we can do. So this platform is going to provide the service for our community whoever needs help.
So one more thing, I think our chapter, I know we're inaugurating, we don't have all the tools that we can explain right away, but the plan is to bring, help start from the school kids. How can we help the school kids who's in the 10th grade, which college they should choose? How should they choose their career? What questions they have? We want to create like a mentorship program for them.
Okay.
So similarly for each age groups, so people who's in college, how can we help them to get a career in the right way? So we're going to have a support system for each one of them, including people who's in the job, who has issues with the paperwork and stuff. As long as it's legal, we can able to support them. We can reach out to the government bodies and we can tell them, hey, we need support, this guy, we can do all of that. So, but we want to do something out of the box things in the GOPIO to help the Indian community who's Indian origin. Not only just the people who have issues with HLP, but we also have a lot of citizens here who's Indian origin. We want to support them, right? We don't want to be just only helping them with the people with the one kind of need. We want to spread out and we want to explain the people about the culture, where we came from. The kids nowadays want to know that, learn that from the seniors. And then especially Bharati University have a lot of talent with a lot of senior people. They are professors, doctors, every area you can think of, they have specialized people. We can use their skill sets to bring the young minds together and we can create something beautiful. So that is our ultimate goal to get to where we want to go in upcoming months. And we're going to listen to the people, we listen to people like you and from all the members, and we're going to do something better. So that's our goal.
So this includes, so I'm echoing you, so this includes like a language too, right?
Absolutely.
Like a some Tamil community, I know that some Telugu community, they have like a classes of Tamil learning classes, something like that, but in a way that like in the middle of something, they stops, like the kids are stopped. So GOPIO is planning to,
Yeah, we don't want it to be biased on one specific state or one specific area or one specific community. We want to look at the whole
it's an Indian,
So we want to look
like Bharat says, it's a Bharatiya.
So that's the reason we're trying to have our leaders all from all over India. We're trying to bring a list together for all of that. And we want to bring all the non-profit organizations together if possible to come to a common means so it doesn't specifically go to one community or one specific state.
And what we emphasize, in addition to whatever we can do, lot of organizations are doing a great job. But because of our international connection, we can do something unique. So we concentrate on that more.
Okay.
And then we work with others who are already doing it, we can provide a support.
So we can bring some pioneers or we can build some highly skilled people in specific area where other people cannot. So we have connections and we are the biggest lobbyists for Indian origin people to the Indian government.
Yeah, let me ask a question.
Just to
So,
add, basically, because we are in 35 countries or so, we can leverage all that.
Oh,
And
okay.
that experience we are leveraging it. So it's not basically, we have to start just from the scratch. We have so much of backup, so many people or network, which we can leverage it. And again, as the name says, it's anything, any issues which you can help for the people of Indian origin. We are here to support them. And promote that Indian culture.
let me ask a question. So, if my son or anybody's kid wanted to go back to India and work,
Yes,
so is it possible?
yes,
Yes.
100%, yeah.
In fact,
I mean, it is possible. I know that. How can GOPIO help?
that's what
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, if you look at the last 1 year,
Uh-huh.
if you watch the news, the lot of free trade agreement
Mm-hmm.
India has signed. And after G20 it has got
Yeah.
quite a bit. Most of them not aware of the opportunity that are there.
Correct.
Close to million people in America alone went to India for jobs.
Jobs, yes.
Not just Indians, quite a bit.
Right now it is brain drain, not it's a drain.
Yes.
So
yeah,
yes,
the
it is
other
a-
way. Yeah.
We could be the source of all the information so that it is available. We are not ready yet, too many things are happening, but there are a lot of opportunities. That's what motivate me and so many, Vinod and everybody, to start the chapter so that we can serve better for this region.
Okay.
For example, you can get a degree in India for those who want to go to India exposure from the American universities with half the cost. You can get an American degree with most of the three out of 4 years. You can do everything in India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those kind of opportunities, they didn't even know that it exists. You
Yeah.
want to get the best
So
education.
Awareness, basically.
Yeah.
Awareness
So to-
is missing.
To answer your question, yes, we can definitely help them.
We have to help them.
Yeah.
For sure.
The key word that impresses me in GOPIO is global.
Yeah.
It's just not your kid wants to go to India.
We can
There's
tell
a medical school in Jamaica. A lot of our Indians send
Goes there,
to
yeah.
Caribbean to get their medical degrees.
Yes.
I think GOPIO will have a cloud on at least awareness and maybe even connection.
Yeah, alumni.
It is all possible because that's the word that impresses me and distinguishes from other organizations. Global.
Global.
It's not just a particular language, Telugu or Tamil Association or India Association of North Texas. It's global. It's vastness of it, and already 35 countries. Hopefully this will increase to 100 countries maybe gradually. He started 6 already in Africa. Of all the places, it's not that easy to go to get to Africa and start those. That's one thing. And in the chapter, I'm so much impressed with this young group of people. My goodness, 2 months ago when I was introduced to this, I thought, well, another organization, should I get involved? I'm retired, I came here to retire. Then I saw Muthuji is very enthusiastic. I thought, okay, I have a different background, I have a totally different perspective from the group which was there. I thought maybe let me see what I could contribute and let me get involved. But having seen this chapter organizations, we know RK and Armugam is not here. These Chini and so on are see, they put in so much effort and enthusiasm. I've become a little younger about 10 years. I would do something with these people. Yes. Something is possible.
That's what Vinod was saying. He needed to take all the energy and your professionalism
It's very
gather.
promising,
Yes.
and so it's nice to work with this younger group of people. I know
That's
I
great.
worked in the academia with graduate students, over 100, 150 of them in my labs. It was always I worked with younger people and derived the inspiration from them. After retiring, I thought I would just settle. But now it's very nice to see this. So this chapter in Dallas has a great promise for success. As I said, global and the Dallas chapter organization. These two is a great combination. I think it will
Yeah.
help.
But one point I would like to emphasize is the global economy is beyond borders.
Yes.
And this opportunity with the networking of 35 plus countries, it provides it's seamless. Definitely they will be facing a lot of problems. And this is where when you know those problems, through the networks you'll be able to work with them and resolve, provide help to whoever needs it. That's in the. I don't think it's going to be easy without this kind of network to solve any kind of problems.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Establishing that, will be really helpful for other people who are looking from the economic point of view, how you can shift.
So all these include with the connection with the consulates and OCI thing,
Yes.
dual
Yeah.
citizenship.
Yeah.
All this connects with this one, right?
Yeah.
So GOPIO is the lobbyist for PIO card, OCA card concept. And we have a lot of things on the background work people might not know. One of the main things that GOPIO is trying to do is a GOPIO museum, which Dr. Thomas will come and explain more in our inauguration. I'm also a volunteer in that project. So they're trying to establish a museum. The GOPIO, for people for Indian origin, there's no museum in the world. So they are setting up a brand new museum in New Delhi in upcoming years. So right now we are in the works of doing a detailed project report, and Dr. Thomas will come and talk about it. So I'm really enthusiastic, and I was a part of that right now. So GOPIO Museum is going to talk about anybody who moved away from India generations before. They're going to capture the whole history of why they did move out from India, what are the artifacts connected to it, who forced them to move out of India, where did they settle, where are the generations of people. There are 4 to 5 generations of people living even in Africa, in other countries, who moved out 4 generations before.
Yeah.
But no one captured their life, how they
Story.
went in, Guatemala, anywhere. There's an Indian origin people live there who moved like 200
When
years
was GOPIO started? This was found GOPIO like originally
1989.
1989.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now this huge project is going to start. I think it's going to be 100-200 million project. We're just still explaining, trying to understand it. I'm just saying that's one of the things what they're trying to do. Then the Chamber of Commerce, there's so much toolkits out there in GOPIO. What they're trying to do, we are kind of eager to become part of it and also help them and then grow with them and with the people. So that is a.
So my question is to everybody. Anyone can answer, okay? So how can institutions like or a place like Bharatiya Nivas and network like a GOPIO work together to project like India's soft power, right? Beyond just Bollywood, everybody whenever we talk with someone over here, they always say it's like a Bollywood or what do you like in India? Food. They right away they say it's like food, Bollywood songs and like that. Rather than that, like a realms of others, like sustainability and what we can say, philosophy or anything, like what we can connect all these things. Like maybe you can answer that, sir.
In a GOPIO, a lot of talent is here, across the states and all over the world. So even those are retired, but they have a lot to contribute.
Yes.
And when they contribute, they are contributing their experience, which youngsters don't have.
Don't have it.
And
Correct.
my own feeling is that naturally the idea when they proposed to me that they would like to start GOPIO, and actually I was thinking myself that, well, he's 85-year-old, he's out of his mind. but then again, he chose the right horse, that let's get the young people, so we can ride on it, because they have the energy.
Yeah.
But I feel very, very strongly that I think each other's experience sharing, including whether they any kind of need, the job, somebody is depressed, these are all kind of issues. Like somebody just happened to call me that from Art of Living, that one of the ladies, going through depression, she's divorced,
Yeah.
very intelligent lady, however, she's, right now suffering, So we opened the door for them here. I said, okay, come here for 30 days and see if we can use her in, all the talent she has and put her back in a mainstream.
Right.
And I think the GOPIO also can play the role in many ways. Because there are many roles to be played, right?
Yes.
It's not only one thing, helping business to business, but social issues, many issues I think GOPIO can help.
Yeah.
I want to say something. Recently I listened to Modi. What he said was, we don't need money as much. We have a lot of things we are doing. With the startup capital, with the new guys are coming in, and all the entrepreneurship and whatnot, we want the mentorships and bring the knowledge what we have, which is plenty of them. That is very much is needed, our experience and whatnot. And we have to find a way to help the youngsters who are starting up, and also the venture capital, whatever it is, the money coming in, they're co-investing for venture capital like here, SBA loans. So many things are doing, so they need knowledge as much as the money itself. Because we have a lot of the seniors, we have a lot of experience, and the too many companies are going into India, and we need somebody to help them to tap the opportunity. And there are a lot of roles to play, which is much easier to do. Now, money can only limit it so much, but knowledge there's no limit. And that's what he said. Be there wherever you are, but you can do whatever you can do beyond money.
Yeah, I think that's where the goal or mission of this organization is united to serve. You're bringing all the brain, intelligence mindsets to help whoever needs. It's a forum that can come and help. And they can rely on to get any kind of help. That's the vision that we want to bring.
Was really looking emphasis.
Okay. So, where is one if you could plant a seed, GOPIO have a opportunity to seed a plant, like a wisdom seed, like when I can say like a wisdom seed, young Indian visiting the pavilion of GOPIO. What would be that seed, you think? The question is after launching the Dallas chapter, what is the first seed you wanted to plant?
One of the things from my idea is do something really good for the school kids who's coming out. There's a lot of things happening in the schools, you guys, because my kid he's in 10th grade and he's going to 11th and 12th teenage and stuff. The kids need a lot of support, mentorship. Parents, teenager doesn't want to listen to parents, but they definitely listen for those seniors and who is very well knowledge and stuff. We can help them to guide, understand culture, and also what is they should look for. A lot of people have no idea right now what they want to become. So we can start something like an young seed and wisdom. They can look up us like, hey, I can really go with this problem. They can able to guide me in the right way. I wanted them to think like that. If you go and make a phone call, they will come and help us and support us in somehow, right? So that is something that we want to bring in to the people in upcoming months.
Okay, reachable.
Reachable. I mean, somebody is going to come back and give us suggestions and help us out. GOPIO, we want it to be like that.
See, one thing we don't know it yet even for us. The GOPIO has achieved a lot and they face a lot of challenges. We are going to do what they have done, where they have challenges and where they are successful or whatnot. And also look at all the organization here, get the feedback so that we have to discover and find a way what we can do more effectively than any organization or whatever it is. It takes some time.
Yes.
But in a year from today, if you ask the question, we can have
a clear path.
Right now, we know there are opportunities and we have limited resources and we have to concentrate on something which will make an impact.
Right.
I don't know exactly what that one is.
But you know what you're going to do.
What we are going to do, we are going to explore and we will find an opportunity.
You have a vision.
And we have the resources, we get whom to contact.
Right.
So we will evolve. Because we have to find a way, we do something unique, not duplicate what everybody else is doing, so that we can use our strength to help. And our strength is primarily not just here, with the international
Which is global. That's what
international experience, unique to us. See, like a Rotary Club or Lions Club, if you look at it, They are all over the place. They are not necessarily Indians per se. We are Indians. Our way of thinking is different, and we are talking about Indian diaspora. You know what I'm talking about? So we have to know, define ourselves, what exactly we are going to concentrate, which will need to do some homework, which we do couple of things, we will evolve it.
Okay. So one more question. So a white person, like American white person, can join GOPIO?
As long as Indian origin, yes.
Yeah.
There are a lot of white people here who
Yeah.
are Indian
Okay.
origin,
Yeah.
they can, yes.
Yeah.
Identity is Indian origin.
Okay.
But the GOPIO Chamber of Commerce is open to everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a separate organization.
Yeah.
Part of the GOPIO.
Yeah.
So that anybody can
You
have,
can join it.
which they will help them to have international business.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a good opportunity to know the people, those who are watching here, like what is GOPIO and who can join GOPIO and what you are going to do GOPIO, what is your vision, what is your goal, and what you have done before and what you are going to do, and what is Dallas chapter is going to do, what you guys are like, what is your plan and things like that. It is a better opportunity to listen to this one, and it is a good podcast. It is a good rather than a storytelling, we just open our heart, right?
Yeah.
It is a good conversation, and thank you so much for coming over here, and thank you so much for your time. It is a great pleasure from Beyond Borders with Meera Shankar, and we will meet again with another episode of BB with Meera Shankar. Thank you so much.
Thank you.